Welcome, lab rats, to the ozone, where I shall expose to you the greatest achievements, discoveries, and secrets in modern science and technology. It is I, Dr. Boris Octavio. Together we shall shape the image of Fairhaven's future. With your help, the ozone can sculpt a new path for the people of this extraordinary colony. Before cutting to the music, let's get down to some of the most recent news in scientific discovery. I have successfully conducted my testing on the ED-19 battle droid modifications. In conclusion, my personalized enhancement allows for a 58% environmental awareness increase, as well as a 33% increase in threat response reaction time. With these more than necessary modifications, the ED series battle droids will prove to be essential components in taking back Fairhaven, as well as reversing the lethal effects of Operation Deluge. Now, time for some music.
With such cerebral beats and synaptic sound, anything is achievable in science. Such stimuli makes me want to, well, share with you more news. Adding on to my recent comment about reversing the effects of Operation Deluge, I wish to share with you that I believe it is possible, yes, very possible, to not only allow for genetic modifications from the gas's toxins, but also to allow for increased immune system performance and effectiveness. Oh yes, when I'm done, my loyal lab rats, this gas will not only be collected, but it shall also skyrocket Fairhaven into the history books. They will remember us as something truly great, I'm sure of it. The only thing that may stop me now is that vermin insulting abomination of a scientist, Dr. Boomstein. What a waste of essential atoms. He could never accomplish the things that I have done, ever. No, lab rats, I am better than him.
that Boomstein will pay. Mark my words. Oh, welcome back, my faithful followers. I have just been, studying, yes, much to study and analyze. Lab rats, I have officially created the Leviathan, though I must admit, my findings were not as accurate as I was hoping for, and I must also admit that it has somehow managed to slither its way from its holding cell and into Fairhaven. But worry not, lab rats, it may in fact be, yes, vegetarian. Actually, that may also be incorrect. Tests have not yet been conducted on its ingestive preferences, but worry not, Fairhaven. I must consult my great big book of findings that will hold the answers, probably. Well, it seems that my book is now missing. Odd, considering it does not in fact have feet, and it cannot run. It could only be that despicable and otherwise intolerable Dr. Boomstein. I must apprehend him at once, always out to take my findings. Great scientific discovery always attracts unwanted eyes and deceivers. Do not listen to him, lab rats. He is a great manipulator. So long and tally-ho, followers. Dr. Boris Octavio signing off.